Well, what is going on, y'all? I finally took it down. The tree has moved on. It's moved back into the attic. It's taken a sabbatical, taken a leave of absence. So, real quick, just a little moment of silence for the tree, for the Christmas tree. And with that out of the way, we're on part two. Part two of the Toyhax labels for the Transformers figures. So as you can see right here, this one is my Fanstoys Sever, aka Snarl, if you're into the G1 accurate lingo. If you haven't seen the first video, I did that one on Stomp, which is the Brontosaurus or Sludge if you're in the G1 nomenclature. And it's time to do that one, or it's time to do this one. So this one looks like it will be pretty similar in terms of application as to the Stomp. So if you remember, if you look at, let's see if we can get this pulled up. So if you remember, I pulled up this website. This is their official website, the Toyhax website, and basically they just point out where these stickers go. So that was kind of a beating, especially with some of the stickers not actually being labeled properly, or labeled at all rather. Like I just had some extra stickers on the sheet, and I just kind of had to figure out where they went based on the pictures. Like they weren't labeled, but I could see that they had been applied. So this one, hopefully not too bad. One thing that is kind of nice is on my setup, or on the sticker sheets, I have a gold set, and then I have a silver set. So hopefully with that, whenever I'm looking at these pictures, I can, kind of figure out, like, obviously, if it's on this gray paint, it's probably going to be coming from the silver set. Whereas if it's on the gold areas, that's, probably going to be, this one's a little bit different. This is actually red, the red plastic chest. But, it's at least on some of the gold pieces, like the back, like that's going to be, these coming from the gold sticker sheet. So that should hopefully help me out a little bit. The Stomp was all on one sheet minus like 2 or 3 stickers. Other than that, they were all on the silver sheet. So hopefully this isn't too bad. I did look at some of the future ones that I plan on doing, and those do actually have them labeled on the website, like where they go. Like it'll have the sticker sheet and it'll have these labels pointed out. So the future ones shouldn't be too bad, but since these, I guess, are 6 years old, 5 years old, something like that. They must just been the old way that they did it, and so they haven't updated them at all. So what I'll probably do is do something similar to what I did with the Stomp, where I'll have the camera probably positioned right here, and then we'll just time lapse our way through it, and hopefully we'll get some good clips of the application. So I believe that I have gotten all of the robot form stickers applied, at least according to the website. So the big ones that were that are really kind of changing things up. This gold right here across the front of the chest, that's pretty awesome. Of course, you've got your Dinobot insignia. I've got them laid down right now, but I'll pick them up a little bit, see if we can get that insignia in frame, or at least in focus. So perfect. So it looks great. Normally you would have just the Autobot logo, but I did buy some of the Dinobot insignias. As if you watched the Stomp video, you saw these. So I've almost used up this whole row of this second to biggest emblem. I think whenever I transform him into the robot mode, I will be able to use one of these bigger ones, at least according to right here. This should be the bigger one for that I would normally apply, and I'll bring that other one back over. So right there. So got that hair in the way. So those look pretty similar in size. I think I can get away with it. That way I'm not, just going to completely use up all of my regular Dinobot stickers. So, but like you've got these on the torso, and then this one was kind of like it's almost like an accent. It was just a red under here, and so putting that blue on there did kind of change it up a little bit, just give it a little bit more, contrast. Some of the ones that were a little bit more difficult, like this one, for some reason gave me a little bit of trouble just trying to get these lined up. They're not perfect, but I think they're good enough. Same on this side. So, but the really cool one that kind of I think is going to just take this to the next level. It's these stickers that go on the back, and these were kind of a pain to put on, especially like these up here weren't too bad just because these spikes on well, I don't know what these would be called. I guess they're spikes, but on the back. On his back, they were a little bit more spread out, but as you got closer, these got a little bit smaller and they got a little bit more narrow. So having a tool, which this is probably not the best tool for the job, but having a tool like this, it came with my grooming kit. There we go. Came with my grooming kit, just sticking the sticker on there and then just kind of at least getting it mostly laid. The nice thing about these stickers, and I don't know if it's on purpose or if it's just because they may be old. They don't stick super good at first. Like you can kind of lay them down and then you can use your finger or use the tool to kind of, just ever so slightly move it. And once you get it kind of in position, then you can get your finger and kind of like press it down and really get it on there good. But I don't know if it's showing up really well on camera, but if you'll notice, it's kind of this royal blue and then navy blue, and it's just alternating as it goes down. So, royal, navy, navy, royal, royal, navy, navy, royal. So just alternating as it goes down, which is just a really, really cool looking effect. I think it's just going to, be even more noticeable once you actually get it in the dyno mode. Another small upgrade, the shoulder, you get in the, there, let's see. There we go. Getting I don't even know what, I guess circuitry, just getting some just really good contrast on that. It was just a silver, and now you've got, red, yellow, blue along with the silver. Another little minor one. It's, you're never going to see it, but this little sunset or sunset in here, I applied that one. It came with two different variations. I don't really know the context of what these are. I'm sure there's something, special about these. But the other options I had were a Japanese flag, which, maybe that's just because Takara is, based out of Japan. And then you've got this one that says Praise the Sun, which the only thing I know that from is Dark Souls. So I don't know why that's on here. But I believe that sticker also came with my stomp. And I don't think I used it on that one. I think I used the sunset as well, or sunrise or sunset. But yeah, we're pretty much, we've only got, let's see, I think this might be one sticker right here. So 1, 2, maybe 3, 4, and then so double that. So potentially either 6 or 8 left. It just depends on if this is, I think these are separate stickers. So I guess that would be 4 and then 8. So we have 8 left on here. And then on this one, I believe all we have is the, which, I'm swapping out for the actual Dinobot insignia, but we've got the emblem that will go on the head of the Dino. And then you've got these two, which I don't know exactly where these are going to go. And then we're done. Like, that's it. So we are really close. This one, not quite as difficult as the stomp. That stomp, if you remember, had some stickers that went on the wings, and those were not in order or anything like that. The nice thing was that these were in order, so I just like picked them off the sheet and just placed them. But the ones on that stomp, they were kind of random, so that they were a lot more difficult just to like figure out where they actually went. So anyways, I'll transform this guy real quick, and we'll finish this up, and then we're done. are done. So we got the Dinobot emblem put on. I used the trusty hobby knife, the X-Acto knife, to split that logo, just like the sticker that came with it. So that looks great. Hopefully, no curling on that. If anything, I might have to like take them off and just move it over just a little bit. But for the most part, we are, well, there we go. Man, Focus not wanting to work with me today. But like I mentioned before, with this blue and navy, or this royal blue and navy just alternating, that really kind of pops this figure, especially in robot mode. But you can still see pretty much all of the stickers from the robot mode. The only ones that did get added, that may have been, I could have added these in the robot mode, but I just didn't. This one and this one. The only kind of downside is this one just doesn't really fit at all. Like I thought maybe I had it on the wrong side, so I moved it a couple times, and it really just doesn't fit, period. Like I have this pretty much exactly lined up accurately, and even when I lined it up towards the back, like it just didn't quite work. So that one's, on both sides, not really my favorite. But other than that, everything else looks great. Like you got this one back here. There's even one kind of on the rear end right there and there. And then you got that one right there. So there wasn't really a whole lot to add to this guy once I got it into the dyno mode. But, I mean, the stickers that were placed in the robot mode, they just totally set this guy off. The only one I didn't add was this one right here. So it's these two black on either side. And if you can tell, the way that this was supposed to go is you were supposed to put the Autobot logo on there, and then this would just like sit around the outside of it, around the outside of that logo. And I'll bring up so like right here you can see, right here at the top, you can see where that black is on there, and I didn't really like that. I didn't really understand what that was from, so I kind of just did a little bit of research, and it looks like it's kind of based off of this G1 toy. So it looks like on that guy it had just like a little bit of a black, a black paint, or that might have even been translucent plastic. I never had any of these G1 toys, so I'm not 100% sure how all these looked. But if you just look at this G1 toy and then kind of compare it to the actual figure, like these stickers are almost identical, or they're real close to the stickers that are on this masterpiece, or third party masterpiece figure. So anyways, yeah, I didn't want to put that one on there. I wasn't a fan of it. I like kind of just this gold look. There we go. I like just the all gold, and then nearly dropped him, and then the blue eyes on there. So this one, and I always kind of forget about this guy. Like, he's not my favorite Dinobot. That's obviously Grimlock, but just the transformation and just the kind of quality of this one is, really unmatched. Like it's a really solid figure. It's really easy to pose. Like everything is on ratchets. Like it is nuts. Well, there. See, that's on ratchet, and then this is just on a super tight ball joint. Everything just kind of moves real great. So you can get some really great posing out of it, and then in the robot mode, he just looks super intimidating. He's got the tail that kind of turns into, wings on the back. They're kind of they just fold out on the back, and he just has a really big, intimidating look. So I always forget about him until I kind of like pick him up, and then I just start working with him. Like, oh yeah, this dude is awesome. This is a great figure. So anyways, okay, so we are done. We've got this guy all stickered up. So here is the final shot. Here's the final product of Fanstoys Sever, aka Snarl, with, like I said, all the stickers attached. I mean, so these are really popping it just on the leg. Those were the ones that I put on. I put on most of them while he was in robot mode, but those were some of the ones that I put on while he was in the dyno mode. The only thing I'm kind of curious on is why they didn't put a sticker right here on his hand. So let's see if I can get that in frame. So if you see right there, he's got a little square on his hand, and I feel like on my Scoria, not on the Stomp, but on my Triceratops, I feel like on that one he had a thing on his hand, or maybe it was the Swoop that has that. I don't know, but I just feel like I remember there being a square sticker on there. But other than that, Like I said, this guy's looking great, especially with that the Dinobot emblem on the chest now. He's just he's beefy. And then, you know, as I was kind of bragging on at the in the previous parts, that rear side with the alternating colors, that's just awesome. So with that, we've got this guy done, and we've got this one's a lot heavier. And then we've got Stomp done. I don't know if he's going to want to get in frame. There we go. So Stomp is done as well. And with, I mean, all I'll have to do now is go to the Vulcan. Like I said, the Grimlock that I have the Fans Toys, or not Fans Toys, the Planet X Vulcan. And then once I'm done with all these, I might, you know, take a couple shots of them with their counterparts that I do have. I don't have the Fans Toys Grimlock. I do have an alternate Grimlock coming at some point, but that one there is no stickers for. So hopefully, whatever it's got on it is good enough to, you know, to pass as being complete. So, anyways, stay tuned for part 3 on the sticker application. I think I'm gonna have at least 2 or 3 more. I want to do the Megatron, like I've mentioned before, and then they just released some stickers for the what is his name? Starscream, for the MP52 Starscream. And then I do have a Masterpiece Soundwave, and I might want to, you know, upgrade that. I also want to upgrade Soundwave's hands. Soundwave's hands, I think, are in that mitt formation where it's the 3 fingers and then the 1 finger. So I may upgrade his hands and do the stickers at the same time. So we'll see on that. But anyways, like I said, make sure you're subscribed for that. You know, like the video if you liked it, and we'll see you next time.